Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Big Top VBS Holiday Club. Yeah.
Featuring today Yo-Yo the Clown, Charlie the Monkey, and Daniel the Lion Tamer, and much, much more. Yeah.
Roll on up to the big top. Come on down, the big top is a town. Roll on up to the big top. Come on down, the big top is a town. Wave those arms, wave those arms, wave those arms above your head. Come on, let's go to fun. Come on, let's go. Lots of people, everyone. Lots of people, everyone. Let's try and the sugar too. The jelly too. We say the things I see for you. We say the things I see for you. Watch the show and do his eyes. Watch the show and do his eyes. Hey, come see the acrobats. Hey, come see the acrobats. The escape artist looks good to me. Escape artist looks good to me. I wonder whether you're with me. I wonder whether you're with me. Roll on up to the big top. Come on down, the big top is a town. Roll on up to the big top. Come on down, the big top is a town. Wave those arms, wave those arms, wave those arms above your head.
1, 2, 3. There he is.
It's all about. Is it really me? I don't know, that's a good point. Is it really me? Are you sure I'm not the imposter? It's all about lion taming today. I haven't got a lion. But I thought I'd put along my friend. He's a raccoon. Rocky. Do you want to meet Rocky? Rocky? Hello. Excuse me. Rocky? Hello. Nice to see you. Rocky, just look at... Hello. Hello. Wait, Rocky. Hello. Rocky, just be good. I'm sorry, you feel a bit naughty. Maybe I should put it away. Hey, what are we going to do then? I'll put him away because I haven't managed to tame him, have I? I'll come up taming. Rocky, you good? You going to be good? No. Okay, in your bag. I'll let Charlie look after you because he can... That's it. Hey, thank you, Charlie. You can look after me.
Yo-Yo, maybe we can do some juggling together.
Hey, yeah, let's. Yeah, okay, shall we? We've been practicing. Yeah, go on and go for it. All right. Yeah, we've been practicing. We've been training. Okay. Thank you very much. Where are you going there? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Hello. Dun, dun, dun. It's the Phantom Clown suit, Nicker. Yes.
I'm sorry. I just want to be a clown. I want to be a clown. I want to do what you do.
What did you say? Come on up. Come on down. Oh, wow.
The big dog is in town.
So why do you want to be a clown?
Because everyone loves clowns.
And they make people laugh?
And that.
Yeah. Hey, I think you'd be a really good clown, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah. Right, well, first of all, you can do learning one or two tricks. So you can learn to do some tricks like this. This will be really cool. And once you learn that one, you can learn to do tricks like this one, like that. That would be really cool. And then you can do tricks like... That one's really cool. Did you want to have a go? Maybe we should do one first. So like this. One. Try and catch it this time. That was good. One. Catch. One. Right. Let's try it. Let's just move on to the two because we're going to spend ages on it. Like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Excellent. Okay.
Wonderful. It's not good. What? Not good. I can't bend down and pick them up every time. What about my back?
Oh, yeah.
My back's starting to hurt already.
Okay, well, juggling's not for everyone. Okay, let's have a look. What else could I do? Oh, what about that trick that I did with the broom? What about that one? Yes?
You did yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I just forgot my sticks. Yes, so just
like that.
That's it, that's exactly what you do. Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. That's it, you're doing it. Okay, yeah, that's different. not good, is it? Okay, let's get that one. Okay, well, let's get that. Juggling? No. Sort of spinning a spoon? No. Of course, silly me. If you're going to be a clown, you need the suit. I'll just go and get the suit.
No, I hate that suit. It smells. And anyway, it's a bit dirty. I don't wear suits like that. No. And that makeup.
This is my best suit.
That makeup.
Shh. I got married in this suit. I go out in this suit.
No, I can't wear it. I can't wear it, and the makeup is the worst. It was in my beard all day. No, I'm not doing that.
Let me get this straight. You want to be a clown?
Yeah.
You don't want to juggle?
No.
You don't want to learn any tricks?
No.
You don't want to wear a suit?
No.
You don't want to wear makeup?
No, especially not that.
But you want to be a clown?
Yeah?
Slight problem. Can you see the problem, or is it just me? It's just me, right, it's just me. You can't be a clown without the suit, you can't be a clown without the tricks, you can't be a clown without the makeup. It takes dedication. I never said it was going to be easy. But we can do it, we can train you. But it is going to take work, isn't it?
I haven't got time.
You haven't got time?
No, I want to be a clown in 5 minutes.
It takes more than... Probably didn't take more than 5 minutes, actually. It came naturally from to me. But most people, it does take training. It takes more than 5 minutes.
Okay, you're wasting my time now. I'm sorry, if you can't train me, if you can't teach me in 5 minutes, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah, anyway, bye, let's give him a round of applause. It's a shame though, isn't it?
It is a shame, isn't it?
He would have made a good clown.
Really good clown.
With a face like that. Yeah, hey, but we've been talking about training today, and I've been doing some juggling, right, with Doug the Juggler, and I discovered that, I'm just a clown, I can do a few things, I can do a few tricks, but then I realised that Doug has been, well, he's awesome! And can you do this one too?
I'll give that one again.
And can you do the mouth one too?
I've never tried. Well, let's give that again.
He can. What about bouncing it off the arm? Hey, how about 4? Can you do 4? Yeah, that's 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 2. That's 4. That's not bad at all. Give him a round of applause. The Juggler. Can you do more than 4? Can you do 5? He's been practicing. He trains hard. I've seen him. Do 5.
Shall I try another one?
6? Oh my word, my hand got that big. Okay, do you think you can do it? We need a drum roll. And go. He's going to do 7 with different juggling balls too. And then we need to move on because time's flying by. Just like the balls are flying. Okay. He only did that this morning. He just learned to do that. Do you believe me? No. He started when he was young and he kept practicing and practicing. And now look what he can do. Isn't he awesome? Anyway, we gotta go now. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh yes, hello, it's me again. My wife, of course, I know as Super Glam, because I'm the one who keeps you fit, and not just physically fit, but also spiritually fit, because we jump around to Bible verses. And today's one is, I have done my best in the race. I have run the full distance and kept my faithful, yes. And Paul talked about this, you see. Paul said that the Christian life is like a race. And in a race or a marathon, a long distance run, if you give up, then you don't get to the end and you don't receive the prize. And you've got to keep going. And Paul said, I have done my best in the race. I have God's race. I have run the full distance and kept my faith. Yes, 2 Timothy, this is a good one, look, you go, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. So where? 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. So that was Paul writing to a guy called Timothy about keeping your faith, keeping going, don't give up, just like you wouldn't in a race. And one day you'll see God and receive his prize. Oh, anyway, keep up, be Superman if you can.
I have done my best in the race. I have run the full distance and kept my faith. I have done my best in the race. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. I have done my best in the race. I have run the full distance and kept my faith. I have done my best in the race. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. I have in the race. I have and kept my faith. I have in the race. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. I have 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. I have done my best in the race. I have run the full distance and kept my faith. I have done my best in the race. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7.
Roll on up to the big top. Welcome again. Well, we've heard about the strongman and what real strength is. We've heard about the escape artist, and and last time we had all about the fire eater and how dangerous that is. So don't try that at home, definitely not. But today we're going to look at the lion tamer who's got a pussycat. Well, guess what? Lions are a bit more ferocious than pussycats. I heard a joke once which I thought was quite funny. It's all about a man talking to his wife who was a bit fed up with his job. And he said, I'm fed up with my job. I'm going to run away. I'm going to join the circus.
Join the circus? Don't be silly,
Said his wife.
what would you do?
I thought I'd be a lion tamer.
Don't be silly, you're going to eat him.
Probably. Okay, I'll be a flying trapeze artist.
Don't be silly, you get sick even on little children's swings.
Yes. I know. I'll be a tightrope walker.
You're terrified of heights.
A clown.
Well, you're sort of a clown. Already really, but that might work.
Okay, a brain surgeon. Oh,
Don't be silly, dear. You need a brain to be a brain surgeon.
okay, I'll just go back to my usual job then, being the Prime Minister. Yes, it takes a lot of skill to be in the circus, a huge amount of skill. Later on though, from one of our colourful characters, we're going to hear about someone who sort of tamed a lion. Oh, can't wait to hear it.
Are you ready? Let's go. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 says, my G-R-A-C-E is sufficient for you. My G-R-A-C-E is sufficient for you. And my power is made perfect in weakness. Yes, my power is made perfect in weakness.
My name's Damies. Charlie. Hey, come Charlie. It was you who made that mess yesterday, wasn't it, or the day before? It wasn't, what, family afterward, it was you. Why do you carry all that stuff? Sweets. That's why he's got no teeth. Yeah, Charlie, what? He loves being at the circus. Who's ever been to the circus? Who's loving the big top here? Yeah, are you having a good time? Yeah. Hey, Charlie, he says that his dad, one summer, he went and joined the circus. Oh, wow, your dad, your dad, was he a monkey like you? Oh, of course he was. Yeah, of course he was a monkey, because he's a monkey, so he would be a monkey, because otherwise he wouldn't be a monkey. If his dad wasn't a monkey, Charlie wouldn't be a monkey. What are you going on about? Anyway, your dad joined the circus. Wow, what did you do? Well, he was really excited because he thought he'd make a really good... Whee! What are you doing, Charlie? Calm down, Charlie. He thought he'd make a really good... flying trapeze, yes! And he went in and his uncle who owned the circus came up to him and he gave him a broom. Oh. Charlie's dad thought, yeah, brilliant, a broom to help me balance on the flying trapeze. A broom to help you balance on the flying trapeze? Oh, maybe for the tightrope. Yeah, that's what your dad thought. So he said, right, great, what's the broom for? And his uncle said, don't they teach you anything at school nowadays? It's to sweep up the big top. Oh, so your dad didn't go on the flying trapeze? No, nor the tightrope. What did he have to do? He had to sweep, he had to join the cleaners, and they had to go round picking up all the sweep papers like this, putting them in the bin like this. This is very clever, isn't it? Because that didn't happen on purpose. Like that. And he had to go around all the chairs, getting the bubble gum off the bottom of the chairs. He worked really hard with the cleaners all morning. And his uncle was impressed. He said, well done. And so Charlie's dad said, now, can I go on the flying trapeze? Can I go on the tightrope? And what did his uncle say? He gave him an apron with flowers on. And he said, can you go and help the cook make some sandwiches for all the performers? Oh, well, it's not quite the same as the tightrope. Nope. Or the flying trapeze. Nope. But Charlie did what he's told, and he washed his hands first. Good, after all that cleaning. And he made hundreds and hundreds of sandwiches. The strong man had about 10 loaves, all to himself. Whoa. But he did it. And then his uncle came up to your dad and said, hey, you did a really good job. So your dad said, no, can I go on the flying trapeze? Can I go on the tightrope? And his uncle said, no. He gave him a mop and a peg. A peg for his nose. A peg for his nose. And he led Charlie across to the elephant man. The elephant man? The man who looked after the elephants. And Charlie had to go into the cage. And you had to, you didn't. He accidentally trod in something soft and squeaky. And man, it stung. But most people would have been out going, yuck, yuck, yuck. But not Charlie's dad. Charlie's dad worked. He mucked out the elephants. Whoa, Charlie, your dad is my hero. Fancy being prepared to do that? That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Anyway, Charlie's dad was exhausted. He went and had a shower, and that brightened him up a bit. And then his dad's uncle came up to him, the guy who owned the big top, the ringmaster, and he said, hey, Charlie's dad. How did you know his name? Clever. He said, Charlie's dad, I've got one more thing for you. What's that? And he looked up at the tightrope. And he said, come on, Charlie. Charlie's dad. Charlie Senior. Good one. I'll teach you. And so in the end, Charlie's dad did get to go on the tightrope. And he did get to go on the flying trapeze. And he did get to feed the lions and do all the different things that they did with some training. But he had to start small. He had to start on the smaller jobs and work his way up. Brilliant. Well, that's what you have to do if you work in a circus. You know, being part of the circus family, it's not just about the performance, it's about all the other things that you see in the background. Being part of VBS isn't just about me jumping around on stage, it's all about your leaders giving up their time, and all the people who arrived before to put up the tents, and all those other jobs, even Jonathan, who doesn't notice these, especially Jonathan. That's all part of being part of the Christian family, working together and serving God together. Well, let's give Charlie a round of applause.
Let's go. Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. Says, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I can do all things through him who gives me strength.
The Greatest Showman film starts with P.T. Barnum as a child and his tailor father works for this very rich family, and Barnum falls in love with the daughter of this very rich family, Charity, who falls in love with him too, but he's just a poor boy. He's considered a nobody. But he is a dreamer and he wants more and he works very, very hard for it. And eventually he does manage to marry Charity and the adventure begins. Full of ups but also downs. But he remains faithful and determined to stick to his goals, his dreams and work very, very hard. Well, in today's Bible story, Daniel is a young man with dreams, but his life takes a turn for the worse when he ends up becoming a slave. But like P.T. Barnum, he doesn't give up. Daniel remains faithful to God and becomes, oh wow, well, you'll have to wait and hear and see what he becomes.
How broad, how long, how high, how deep is the love of Christ? How broad, how long, how high, how deep is the love of Christ? I am certain that nothing can separate us from His love. I am certain that nothing can separate us from His love. How broad, how long, how high, how deep is the love of Christ? How broad, how long, how high, how deep is the love of Christ?
Welcome to Story Time. In this story we hear about someone who is sad because he was taken away from his home as a slave, but he ended up living in the palace and was highly respected by the king, but others became envious and tried to feed him to the lions. Find out what happens next. Dan the man was a real hero. Did he have superpowers? No, but he dared to be different and did what was right and made good choices all of his life. Yeah, Daniel was a real hero. Did he have superpowers? No, but he dared to be different and did what was right and made good choices all of his life. Now, of course, it's easy to make good choices when life is good, but Daniel's life is about to turn bad and sad. Will he still make good choices in the bad times? Let me explain what's been going on. Now Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. He had the strongest army, so he conquered everyone. He destroyed the cities, took the people away off to Babylon, where they had to slave away. When Daniel was taken, his home was destroyed, so he could have been bitter, hateful and annoyed, but he dared to be different, choosing right over wrong. He prayed every day and his faith made him strong. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times a day Daniel got on his knees and chose to pray. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times a day Daniel got on his knees and he chose to pray. Now Dan the man was a real hero. Did he have superpowers? No, but he dared to be different and did what was right and made good choices all of his life. Yeah, Daniel was a real hero. Did he have superpowers? No, but he dared to be different and did what was right and made good choices all of his life. King Nebuchadnezzar was a crafty leader. They took some noble slaves who were handsome and clever to live in a palace where they would learn to serve their king through wisdom and discern. Now Daniel was chosen, he was a lucky one. The palace was his new home, his new life had begun. But would Daniel still have the courage to pray, or would his old faith just fade away? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times a day Daniel got on his knees and chose to pray. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times a day Daniel got on his knees and chose to pray. So wow, suddenly Daniel found himself living in the palace, and you should have seen the food. It was fit for a king. It looked so delicious, but that was a problem, you see. This food was the king's food, and it had been offered as a sacrifice, as a gift to the king's gods. And Daniel didn't want to serve the king's gods. He wanted to serve his God, the real God. So he said to the guy in charge, hey, could I just eat vegetables and drink water instead? But the man in charge said, no, if you you're weak and skinny, I'll be in trouble with the king and I don't want that. And Daniel said, okay, what about just for 10 days? We just have vegetables and water. And if we're weak and skinny at the end of that time, then okay, we'll eat the king's food. But if not, we'll carry on serving our God. And the guy agreed. And guess what? At the end of the 10 days, they were fitter and stronger. And even at the top of the class, even the king was impressed with them. So they were faithful to God and God was faithful to them. How cool is that? Now Dan the man was a real hero. Did he have superpowers? No, but he dared to be different and did what was right and made good choices all of his life. Well, the years went by and this great king Nebuchadnezzar became old and died, and then his son became king. He didn't last long, and Babylon was captured by a new king called Darius. And amazingly, Darius, despite the fact that Daniel was so old, Darius wanted Daniel to be his new top advisor because he was honest and reliable and trustworthy. But some of the other king's advisors were very jealous and they plotted against Daniel, and they came up with this wicked plan, and they went to see the king and they said something like this: "Oh king, you're so great, you're so wonderful, you're so amazing. Well, thank you very much. We think everyone should pray to you and you alone for the next 10 days. Well, what a good idea. And if they don't, well, make a law that they should be thrown into the lion's den." Yes, whoa, sounds exciting. Oh boy, yes, the king fell for it. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times a day Daniel got on his knees and chose to pray. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 times a day Daniel got on his knees and chose to pray. Got you, lawbreaker. And they dragged Daniel in front of the king. We caught someone who refused to pray to you. Guess who it is? It's Daniel. Oh no, as soon as the king saw Daniel, he knew he had been tricked into making this stupid law. Daniel would never pray to him because Daniel prayed to the true and living God. The king tried all day to find a way to save Daniel, but he couldn't break the law. So sadly, with deep regret, Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. So Daniel was taken thrown in the lion's den. His enemies laughed, that's the end of him. The lions licked their lips and were about to pounce, but God sent an angel who shut the lion's mouth. King Darius was restless, he just couldn't sleep. First thing in the morning, he just had to have a peek. Nervously called, "Did the living God save you?" And Daniel called back, "Yep, you see, my God is true. Yay! Oh, king, live forever." Whoa, Daniel, you're alive? Yeah. The living God sent his angel to shut the lion's mouth. Hey, your majesty, I am innocent. Look, I have served you faithfully. Darius couldn't believe he was overjoyed, and he had Daniel poured out of the lion's den, and there wasn't even a scratch on Daniel. King Darius was totally amazed by Daniel's God, and he issued a decree to the whole kingdom, to people everywhere, that they should respect and love Daniel's God because he is the living God. Wow. So what can we learn from this story? Number 1, you don't have to be a superhero to be a hero. Just be kind and good and share love and dare to be different, and you can make a good difference. Number 2, Daniel prayed 3 times a day because he realized that God of the Bible, who created life, is interested in the lives that he created, and he wants us to talk to him and to pray to him. Number 3, God guided Daniel from a young man to an old man, and that's what made all the difference. Yeah. It's prayer time! Father God, thank you for those people who train and teach us. Help us to be hardworking and reliable so we'll learn many new and exciting things. Thank you for the story of Daniel, who prayed 3 times a day because he wanted you to be his guide. Thank you that we can do this too. Amen.